Did you know that those morning eggs you've enjoyed your entire life might now be posing unexpected health risks? While eggs remain one of nature's most complete nutritional packages, packed with brain-boosting nutrients, muscle-supporting protein, and essential vitamins, many seniors are inadvertently transforming this superfood into something potentially harmful. As our bodies change with age, they become more susceptible to inflammation and foodborne illnesses. The egg preparation methods that served you well in your 40s and 50s could now be compromising your health without you realizing it. But here's the encouraging news. You don't need to eliminate eggs from your diet. By making a few simple adjustments to how you select, handle, and cook them, you can continue enjoying this versatile food safely. I'm curious where all my wonderful viewers are watching from today. Drop your city in the comments below and hit that subscribe button if you're dedicated to healthier aging. Now, let's explore the most concerning egg mistake that might be happening in your kitchen this very moment. 1. The danger of cracked and out-of-date eggs. Have you ever hesitated before using an egg that's been in your refrigerator for a while? That moment of doubt is your intuition trying to protect you, and with good reason. The egg sitting in your refrigerator right now could harbor invisible threats, particularly if you're in your senior years. Even the tiniest crack in an eggshell, often barely visible to the naked eye, creates an entry point for harmful bacteria. Think of your eggshell as your home's security system. When it's compromised, unwelcome intruders can enter. As eggs age, their natural protective barrier deteriorates, making them increasingly vulnerable to bacterial contamination. The membrane surrounding the yolk also weakens with time, allowing any bacteria to spread throughout the egg. For those of us with more life experience, this presents a particular concern. After age 60, our immune systems naturally become less robust. It's simply part of growing older. What might cause mild discomfort in a younger person could result in serious illness for someone in their 70s or 80s. Our digestive systems also change, producing less of the stomach acid that normally helps eliminate harmful bacteria. Margaret, a 75-year-old from Seattle, discovered this the hard way. "I've been preparing eggs the same way my entire adult life," she told me. "I never worried about using eggs slightly past their date." After preparing her favorite breakfast scramble, Margaret ended up hospitalized for 2 days with severe food poisoning. Her physician explained that her aging immune system couldn't combat the infection as effectively as when she was younger. Here's a quick test that could have spared Margaret considerable suffering. Fill a bowl with cold water and gently place your egg in it. Fresh, safe eggs will sink and rest horizontally. If it stands upright on the pointed end, use it soon. But if it floats, that's nature's warning to discard it immediately. Many people rely on carton dates, but food safety specialists recommend the 3-week rule. Regardless of the printed date, eggs are at their peak quality and safety within 3 weeks of being laid. Beyond that point, quality diminishes and risks increase, especially for older adults. When shopping, take a moment to open the carton and examine each egg. Look for hairline fractures or sticky residue indicating breakage. Also consider temperature fluctuations during your shopping trip. Eggs that remain in your cart while you finish shopping, then sit in your warm car before reaching home, undergo stress that accelerates deterioration. Store eggs in the main compartment of your refrigerator, not in the door where temperatures fluctuate each time you open it. Consistent cold temperatures slow bacterial growth and keep those eggs safer for your breakfast. Remember, you don't need to give up eggs. Just handle them with a bit more care as you age. Your health is worth that extra attention, isn't it? 2. The risks of undercooked eggs. Remember those iconic scenes of athletes drinking raw eggs for strength? That image convinced many that raw eggs were the secret to vitality. But here's what those fitness montages didn't reveal. Uncooked eggs can pose serious health risks, particularly as we advance in years. Let's dispel a common misconception first. Many believe raw eggs provide superior nutrition. The reality, cooking actually makes egg protein more bioavailable. Your body absorbs approximately 50% of protein from raw eggs, but that increases to 90% when eggs are cooked. Surprising, isn't it? Heat helps break down proteins into forms your body can utilize more efficiently. Cooking offers another benefit few people realize. Raw egg whites contain a protein called avidin that binds to biotin, an important B vitamin, and prevents your body from absorbing it. Biotin plays crucial roles in maintaining healthy skin, hair, and nervous system function, all priorities as we age. Cooking neutralizes avidin, allowing full absorption of this beneficial nutrient. Robert, a 70-year-old retired postal worker from Chicago, learned this lesson after years of making morning smoothies with raw eggs. "I thought I was doing everything right for my health," he explained. "I exercised regularly and had my protein shake with raw eggs afterward." What Robert didn't realize was that his recurring digestive issues and occasional fatigue were linked to those raw eggs. His physician made the connection during a routine checkup when Robert mentioned his daily shake habit. You might think, "I never consume raw eggs." But are you certain? Many foods contain raw or partially cooked eggs that might not be obvious. Homemade Caesar dressing, traditional eggnog, certain mousses and custards, and some mayonnaise varieties. And those soft-cooked breakfast eggs? If the yolk remains runny, bacteria could still be present. For those who prefer softer eggs, safer alternatives exist. Pasteurized eggs have been gently heated to eliminate bacteria while still in the shell, making them safer for recipes, calling for raw or lightly cooked eggs. They're readily available in most supermarkets. Just look for pasteurized on the carton. Modern egg handling and safety standards have improved dramatically since the 1980s and 90s. But that doesn't mean we should become complacent, especially after age 60 when our immune systems naturally become less efficient. Next time you're tempted by a recipe calling for raw or undercooked eggs, consider, is the potential risk worth it? For most of us enjoying our golden years, the answer is clear. Fully cooked eggs provide better nutrition with significantly less risk. And isn't that what wise eating is truly about? 3. The storage mistake. Improper handling after cooking. Have you ever prepared a large batch of deviled eggs for a family gathering, left them out during the event, and then refrigerated the leftovers? If so, you've likely created what food safety experts identify as the temperature danger zone, a particularly risky situation for those of us over 60. Here's a startling fact. Bacteria can double in quantity every 20 minutes when food remains at room temperature. Consider that for a moment. If your egg salad sits on the counter for 2 hours, any bacteria present could multiply more than 64 times. It's like watching compound interest work, except much faster and considerably less beneficial to your health. Cooked eggs enter what specialists call the danger zone, between 40 degrees and 140 degrees, as soon as they begin cooling on your plate. While a younger person's immune system might handle this bacterial increase without significant problems, our immune response becomes less efficient with age. Carol, a 71-year-old grandmother from Portland, used to prepare her weekday breakfasts in advance. "Every Sunday evening was my meal prep time," she shared. "I'd make a large batch of scrambled eggs and divide them for the week." What she didn't realize was that by allowing the eggs to cool completely on the counter before refrigerating, she was creating ideal conditions for bacterial growth. Her occasional digestive discomfort improved significantly when she changed one simple habit: cooling her eggs quickly in smaller portions before refrigeration. Cross-contamination presents another hidden risk in many kitchens. When cooked eggs are stored beneath raw meat or unwashed produce, drips can introduce bacteria to your properly cooked eggs. A simple solution: reserve the top shelf of your refrigerator for ready-to-eat foods like cooked eggs and leftovers. For those who prepare meals ahead to conserve time and energy, here's a safer approach. Cool cooked eggs quickly by spreading them on a plate in a single layer rather than in a deep container. Once cooled, store them in shallow, airtight containers and consume within 3 to 4 days. Hard-boiled eggs in their shells will remain fresh for about a week. When reheating eggs, many of us instinctively use the microwave. but this often results in rubbery, unappetizing eggs. Instead, try gentle reheating in a covered skillet with a tablespoon of water. The steam helps revitalize the eggs without overcooking them. Modern refrigeration provides wonderful convenience, but has also created a false sense of security. Just because food is refrigerated doesn't mean bacterial growth stops completely. It merely slows. That's why the 2-hour rule remains essential. Never leave cooked eggs at room temperature longer than 2 hours, or 1 hour if the temperature exceeds 90 degrees. Remember how our parents and grandparents were much more vigilant about food storage before refrigeration became commonplace? They understood something we sometimes forget. Proper food handling isn't just about convenience, it's about protection. And as we age, that protection becomes increasingly important. 4. The overcooking problem, destroying nutritional benefits. Have you noticed that greenish-gray ring around the yolk of a hard-boiled egg that's been cooked too long? Or that strong sulfur odor? These are visible indicators of a hidden issue affecting many of us who grew up before food safety became common knowledge: the tendency to overcook eggs. When eggs are subjected to high heat for extended periods, they undergo oxidation. Think of it like an apple turning brown after being cut, except it's happening to the cholesterol in your eggs. This oxidized cholesterol is significantly more likely to contribute to inflammation than the natural cholesterol found in properly cooked eggs. For seniors, this inflammation connection is particularly significant. Many age-related conditions, from arthritis to cardiovascular issues, are associated with chronic inflammation. Each time you overcook eggs, you're potentially contributing to that inflammatory response. The damage extends beyond cholesterol. Eggs naturally contain important nutrients that support healthy aging. Vitamin D for bone strength, choline for cognitive function, lutein and zeaxanthin for vision health, and B vitamins for energy. When eggs are overcooked, many of these nutrients begin to degrade. The longer and hotter you cook them, the more nutritional value you lose. William, a 78-year-old retired teacher from Denver, always preferred his eggs well done, scrambled until dry and hard-boiled until the yolks were powdery. "I grew up during an era when people feared undercooked eggs," he explained. "My mother insisted they be cooked until completely firm." After learning about the nutritional impact of overcooking, William tried gentler cooking methods. Within a month, he noticed improved digestion and more consistent energy throughout his mornings. What's the optimal way to cook eggs for maximum nutrition? For scrambled eggs, cook over medium-low heat, removing them from the pan when still slightly moist. They'll continue cooking briefly after removal. For hard-boiled eggs, bring water to a boil, then remove from heat and let eggs sit covered for 9 to 12 minutes, depending on size, before cooling quickly in ice water. You can identify perfectly cooked eggs by these visual cues. Scrambled eggs should be soft and moist without browning. Fried eggs should have set whites with yolks as runny or firm as preferred, but without crispy edges. And hard-boiled eggs should have uniformly yellow yolks without grayish-green discoloration. Many traditional cooking methods naturally preserve egg nutrition. French cooks prefer their omelets barely set and creamy inside. Japanese onsen eggs are gently cooked at lower temperatures for longer periods. These techniques, developed over generations, maintain more nutrients than our modern high-heat, quick cooking habits. Next time you prepare eggs, remember that gentler heat and shorter cooking times aren't just about flavor. They're about preserving the valuable nutrients that make eggs so beneficial for healthy aging. Isn't it wonderful when better taste aligns with better nutrition? 5. The oil choice. How cooking fats affect your health benefits. When preparing eggs, what you cook them in might be just as crucial as how you cook them, particularly for those concerned about healthy aging. Your choice of cooking fat can either enhance the nutritional value of your eggs or potentially undermine your health. Many of us grew up using whatever cooking oil was available, often vegetable oil, margarine, or shortening. But here's what wasn't widely known then. When certain oils reach high temperatures, they break down and create compounds potentially harmful to our bodies. This degradation occurs at what scientists call the smoke point, when your oil begins to smoke in the pan. This becomes especially important for seniors because of the connection to inflammation. Damaged oils don't merely lose nutritional value, they actively create compounds that can increase systemic inflammation. And as many of us have learned, inflammation appears to underlie numerous age-related conditions, from joint discomfort to cardiovascular concerns to cognitive issues. Recent studies have even suggested connections between cooking oil types and brain health. Researchers studying cognitive decline have found that certain cooking oils may contribute to brain inflammation, while others, particularly extra virgin olive oil, may help protect cognitive function. Helen, a 76-year-old retired accountant from Arizona, experienced this connection personally. "I've dealt with joint pain for years," she explained. "When my doctor suggested examining the fats in my diet, I was doubtful." Helen had been cooking her morning eggs in vegetable oil for decades. Following her doctor's recommendation, she switched to olive oil and occasionally grass-fed butter. "Within a month, I noticed less morning stiffness. After 2 months, the improvement was remarkable." Which oils should you choose? The best options for egg preparation combine reasonable smoke points with healthy fat profiles. Extra virgin olive oil, despite some misconceptions, works well for most egg cooking methods at medium-low heat. Avocado oil offers a higher smoke point and contains heart-healthy monounsaturated fats. Grass-fed butter provides excellent flavor and contains beneficial nutrients like vitamin K2, which helps direct calcium to bones rather than arteries. Conversely, highly processed vegetable oils like soybean, corn, and canola, though marketed as heart-healthy for decades, tend to be high in omega-6 fatty acids, which can promote inflammation when consumed excessively. These oils also undergo more processing, often using chemical solvents for extraction. Beyond health considerations, quality oils significantly enhance egg flavor. Many people who transition from processed oils to olive oil or butter are surprised by how much more satisfying their eggs taste, often requiring less salt when natural flavors are more pronounced. If you're monitoring fat intake, certain cooking techniques require less oil while maintaining moisture. Try poaching eggs in simmering water, or use a non-stick pan lightly coated with oil, using a paper towel. Steam frying, adding a tablespoon of water to the pan and covering it, creates steam that helps cook eggs with minimal oil. Interestingly, many traditional cooking fats our grandparents used, like butter or lard, were unfairly demonized during the low-fat movement of the late 20th century. Current nutritional science is rediscovering that these natural, minimally processed fats may be considerably healthier than their manufactured replacements. Switching to better oils is one of the easiest immediate changes you can make. Tomorrow morning, try preparing your eggs with olive oil or a small amount of butter instead of vegetable oil or margarine. Notice both the flavor difference and how you feel afterward. Many report less digestive discomfort and greater satisfaction from this simple change. Remember, healthy aging isn't just about extending lifespan. It's about improving quality of life. Sometimes the smallest adjustments to long-established habits create the most significant improvements in daily well-being. We've explored 5 common mistakes that could be transforming your nutritious eggs into something potentially problematic. But here's the encouraging news. Eggs themselves aren't the issue. With a few thoughtful adjustments to how you select, store, prepare, and cook them, eggs can remain one of the most beneficial foods in your diet, especially during your senior years. Remember to verify freshness using the water test. Cook eggs thoroughly but gently, store them properly after preparation, and select healthy oils for cooking. These simple modifications can significantly impact how you feel and how your body utilizes this wonderful food. Isn't it fascinating how habits we've maintained for decades sometimes benefit from minor adjustments? Our bodies evolve as we age, and adapting our cooking methods accordingly represents one of the wisest choices we can make for ourselves. I'd love to hear which of these tips most surprised you, or which change you plan to implement first. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this information valuable, please consider subscribing for more practical health advice tailored for our generation. After all, we're navigating this healthy aging journey together.